Somebody call a doctor because Bad Medicine is back. Over there's Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn, folks. Tonight I'm so excited because we are checking out This is season 2, episode 6, and that first one was incredible. I cannot believe what happened in it, and I was definitely, it did come as a shock to me, so I'm excited for this one. I don't know, let's get to it.
Well, you know, we lost a couple members, maybe a third, at least a hand so far. Left hand as always, but I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to see what all transpires after that, because, man, did they leave us on a cliffhanger.
Oh, they sure did. Our crew's in all kinds of trouble on that ship. Their ship is toast. We have no idea how they're going to survive, how they're going to get back to where they need to be, what's going on. I need answers. What is Mark's little purple brother going to eat?
Not much.
That's the biggest question everyone
has it on their mind.
When they were, I mean, a lot of you are already ahead of us anyway, but I'm sure that was the number one question on your mind. Banger episode of episode 5. Cannot wait to see what episode 6 has. Let's go!
So brave. But is it the brave man who survives? Or is it the one who waits until his opponent is too injured to fight?
Literally answering the wrap-up from the last show.
Oh!
No! But he only got like the side.
Oh, dude, he's done.
Oh, yeah. What?
Only the side of his brain. Big old fly swatter.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at the swarms of them. Oh, what's this?
He's got it.
Look out below! I'm not as strong as Eve, but I can keep them away for a few minutes.
Few minutes is all I need.
Take them.
Done. Tell them someone has to.
Get this close to us and then press the button.
Give it to me.
Oh.
Stop it. I'm stronger and faster than you, and you know it.
Don't got time to argue.
Don't fail.
Cover me.
There you go. Way to leave your ego at the door there, immortal.
No.
Oh, getting through.
I can't keep them down.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Uh-oh. They're right behind
Yeah,
us.
they snuck in.
Now you got to do it now. Do it now. Listen to me. Do it now.
There you go.
Oh, got it.
Got you. Hell yes, we did it.
Did you?
Oh, no.
Oh, come
Maybe there's some juice left in
on.
this thing. That's a big maybe.
Oh, the two people you didn't want having that.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not a problem, but
Eve could
Eve
be.
is. Oh, there was enough.
Oh, damn.
Oh, there was enough for Eve.
Where am I?
We'll explain later.
Agree to my demands, and I will consider not destroying half of the nation. Oh my. How sad. Perhaps you're too stupid to realize this, but you're surprised.
Oh!
Oh, look at that.
I got to be honest. The answer was right on this one, Mason.
Guess so.
Oh.
Are you all right?
What got unleashed in Rex?
You know me. I'm practically.
That was crazy with Rex.
Now he's done.
Yep.
Well, okay. They're saving him. I cannot believe they're saving him after all that.
She gonna make it? Oh, she made it.
What?
So we didn't lose
We
everybody.
still lost Duplicate, though.
Well, maybe.
Well, yeah. at
Maybe
this
there's
point.
something they can figure out yet.
You saved us from the sequids, and for that we are grateful.
Carry again.
But we cannot permit you to leave with the great betrayer.
Me?
You must remain here for punishment.
What kind of punishment?
Death.
I understand.
Fire's back!
I don't know. I've only been inside one of these ones when I was a kid. It was a school trip. Open the airlock.
Yeah, oh boy.
Yeah, he should take these out, no
There
problem.
goes one.
Sorry.
There goes another. Sorry.
Sorry.
Well, they were trying to save them, and save Earth mostly. So.
Yeah.
That was amazing!
Thanks. Yeah, well, you know, I trained with the best, right?
Good work.
Put her in the old vice.
Thank you for the update, Cecil. I'm glad Mark and the others are safe. Let's be honest. That's not the only reason you're here.
Just throw the diaper at him.
Has an entire department dedicated to superhero children.
The top secret government lab is the perfect place to raise a child.
We paint clouds on the ceiling.
Debbie was not amused.
No.
This isn't about Nolan or me. It's about Mark. This child is Mark's brother, which makes him family to me too. And let me remind you that I raised Mark, who just saved the world. Again, I'm more than qualified to do this.
He's just like,
All right, you win, but we're here if you need us. And I expect to be kept in the loop.
It's nap time.
You could send her some cash to help take care of the kid. I mean,
Yeah, if you want to help.
Seen you in the world.
yep, everybody's getting the news.
Seen you in my mind.
Oh, maybe.
Wow.
Mark.
Bra.
Should have named it Osprey.
Oh, I think I remember this part from the trailer.
It was a beautiful service.
Why do I feel this way, Marcus?
Because you loved her, man.
I loved many others before Kate, but this is different. And I thought we had more time together.
Wow. Wasn't expecting that kind of
No.
emotion.
How's your mom?
Sorry. You go.
No, you go.
Nana! Whose game is it?
Well, how's your new brother? Is he adjusting?
Oliver's doing great, and they really get along, which is awesome. My mom's still getting used to chewing his food for him now.
Like a baby bird.
It turns out Thraxan babies don't have enzymes to break down solid food.
Okay, can I just say this feels like a first date?
Yeah, a bad first date.
I missed you.
I missed you too.
Not as much as Eve did. You stop that.
Stop it. Spending time with my girlfriend. Instead, we hang out less than we did before we went to college.
That's being a superhero.
You know, sometimes I wish I never got powers. Then I could just be with you.
But you do have powers, and that means you have an obligation to make the world a better place. And if you didn't feel that way, we wouldn't be dating to begin with.
So, what do we do now?
Move in together. I honestly
I'm
thought
thinking
that's what it was going to be.
That's probably what it's going to be. I mean, that's
When that bullet went through my head, I saw my life flash before my eyes. I was such a dick to Kate, to Eve too, to every woman I've ever dated. I don't know why I had to get my brains blown out to see that.
What is it about being a superhero? We go around saving lives while ruining them at the same time.
Jesus. The reason your face looks all like that. I don't know, sad and shit.
Oh, fancy seeing you here.
Mark,
Oh my god, every time they're gonna see each other.
turns out Rex really likes home decorating magazines.
All right.
Eve, the bearer of spring colors and waterfall countertops.
I just ran into Mark. And
Ugh, I know, right? He and Amber are...
wait, what does that mean?
I'm not comfortable hiring a spy. Spy? I can spot Cecil's people a mile away.
Hi, I'm April Howsam, here for the nanny position. Now, before we begin, you should know that Cecil sent me. Now, I wasn't supposed to tell you, but I think it's unacceptable to mislead a potential employer.
Oh, that lead in.
Please come in.
Well, I mean, he does have stuff bugged, but
My philosophy on child rearing is simple. Encourage a child's natural curiosity for the world. Here you go, buddy.
Hey, he's half Viltrumite. What the could have that done?
I don't want a GDA agent in my house.
I work for you, Miss Grayson, not Cecil. Period. You're the boss.
sold.
Period.
Mama, boss.
You up there?
Amber?
Can we talk?
All right, so I get Mark on Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
We'll share.
Every other Sunday.
Hey, Art.
Mark, let's just leave your suit and I'll have it fixed by morning.
I actually came to talk, and I love Amber, and I want to be with her, but it feels like the universe is conspiring against us.
Quinn is conspiring.
Relationships aren't easy. I should know. I've been in plenty of them in my day.
I've only dated one guy. Rex was my first serious boyfriend, which is sad.
If you guys can't always be together, then make the times you are together count.
That doesn't work either. When we're together, I feel guilty.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
Taking him away from people who really need him.
Look, it's
Mark
not
needs
meant to
someone
be.
who
Is there for her, who really understands
Never
what she's
seen
going
someone
through.
root for him so hard.
I feel like I'm failing Amber.
You're not saving the world right now.
And Mark's back on Earth, so I guess the question you have to ask yourself is, why are you here talking to me when you should be talking to him?
Go home and be with your girlfriend.
Yeah, thanks for listening, Art.
Everybody needs an Art in their
Mom
life.
told me what happened with your dad on Thraxor.
Even after everything he did, I didn't realize how much I missed him. And then the last thing he told me before the Viltrumites took him away wasn't, I love you, or I'm sorry. It was, read my books.
He wrote sci-fi novels.
Oh, here we go.
Little was known about the space rider. He was a mystery. Stories about him
Stretched across the 12 galaxies. One detail remained constant. The Infinity Ray. It was said to emit an unstoppable energy wave that destroyed anything in its path. But it required a steady hand, and more importantly, a steady mind.
Whoa.
Oh.
So Invincible just needs to find one of those and...
Whoa!
If the Infinity Ray is indeed real,
Takes out a planet.
What was
It
that?
poses
A
a
star,
huge
like a
threat to our
sun.
mission. Okay.
Need one.
Savage planet, savage beasts.
Savage planet.
To investigate this harsh planet.
and report back to Space Command headquarters. The first thing we noticed was its gravity. The planet was so dense and its pull so strong, we could barely move. After finding no usable resources, my partner and I were ready to return home. But the planet had other plans.
Oh!
Jeez.
Ragnar's.
Oh.
I've battled creatures 10 times their size, but because of the gravity on this planet, Ragnar's had evolved strength like no other. I had grossly underestimated these creatures, and I feared this place would be my grave.
No way.
Oh, he's going to learn all about his dad.
They're all just his missions. Just missions.
You and a long overdue vacation on the house.
No.
I wasn't asking.
How dare you?
And since you refuse to see our specialist...
I don't need your pinheads poking around my brain!
Kate's death was difficult for everyone, but I need you
I
to...
said I'm fine!
What?
Don't mind my yelling. What is that?
Someone's coming in hot from deep space.
Omni-Man.
Immortal, wait.
Oh boy, just pure rage.
Donald.
Nope.
Hey, Alan.
Big Al.
Big Al.
Crap, this is gonna be tricky. I think there's been a misunderstanding.
How can I hear you speak?
Okay, it's just this implant I have. It lets us communicate telepathically. It's not a big deal.
Get out of my head!
Oh,
Oh,
I'm just looking for Invincible.
Invincible! Omni-Man sent you!
And chill the hell out.
Invincible!
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. I came here looking for you, and then suddenly this douchebag attacked me.
He's a good guy.
My thing only works between me and someone else, not between two other someone else's. It's a design flaw. I'm told there's an update.
Can you tell him?
Yeah, with pleasure. Mark says I'm a pal. He also says I'm essentially the king of space, so you should be very nice to me.
I don't believe you.
He doesn't believe me.
Did Alan attack you or threaten you?
Oh, good question. Mark wants to know if I attacked you, which I totally didn't, because you just charged up here and attacked me. Not very heroic of you, Earth superhero of Earth.
I thought you were someone else.
The hell is that guy's problem?
His girlfriend just died.
Well, now I feel like a giant douchebag. Look, we need to talk. Can we go somewhere that's not like in space? And also, for future reference, will you just point to where you live?
oh
So
boy,
now she's
house
doing
party
the
time.
college thing.
Maybe you should just find a nice normal boy to hang out with.
That's what I'm fearing.
Oh, we should be good now.
You know, on my planet, sock on the door means somebody's fucking.
Yeah, it's the same here.
They did it! Oh, great.
Is she gonna come to the door and see that and think?
So, why are you here exactly?
Alan is so huge.
Yeah, look at the bed.
On behalf of Thetis and the Coalition of Planets, I am to escort you to Telestria to discuss our war against the Viltrum Empire and how you can help.
What? No. I just got back from space. Twice. Amber and I are in a weird place. Now that my mom's looking after my half-brother, I can't just ditch her. Are we gonna have to fight now?
Nah, I don't fight friends. Because I would win, and then I feel terrible. I should get going. Thetis will not be happy with me.
Maybe I can help with that. I have a hunch about something, but
Is that Space Racer? He is legendary in that no one is sure if he's real or not.
I think everything in these books is real. And it's all stuff that can hurt Viltrumites.
Oh, shit. Can I scan these to take back to the Coalition?
Of course.
Oh, I was wondering if he was gonna go like page by page.
I'm very sorry about your father's impending or already completed execution.
Big Al.
Tell Thetis that when it's time to attack, when you need someone for the actual fight, I'll be there.
Count on it.
Are you and Amber done yet? That sock's been on the door for hours, and I really need to go to bed.
Oh, that's all that happened is just Mark
In
saw it?
order for a Viltrumite to be executed, he must be
Here we
healed
go.
and
Clancy
whole.
Brown.
It's our boy.
Worthy.
Agent or Lieutenant Anderson.
Hank Anderson.
You conquered hundreds of planets, brought glory to the Empire. You were one of our greatest warriors. How did a mere moment on Earth turn you into a weak, sentimental traitor? Answer me.
Whoa. He's just sitting there taking it.
That planet and its people are toxic. If they could do this to you, they too will pay.
No.
Of course they will.
Martian. It wasn't enough that you left me to die on Mars. You had to trash my place, too.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's going to have one inside him?
Oh, no.
Here it comes.
Oh, in the nasty ass sink.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
Of course.
I mean, I guess at least there's only one.
Depends how fast they
just
can,
wait, get your...
Let me help you with the jacket. An excellent fit, if I do say so myself. May I ask, sir, what's the occasion for such a fine suit?
Finally.
Here we go.
I'm visiting an old friend.
Huh.
There you go, Quinn.
Yep, ask and you shall receive. Walking
Zombies!
Dead.
You know they did that purposely.
Oh,
They
yeah.
had to.
Love it.
Well,
It is good to be home.
we get this guy a hood or something so he doesn't stand out.
Oh, man. What another absolutely good episode.
So this one, and I don't know if you guys are cool I'll jump right into it, I guess. This one, it had a little bit different feel from the first one in that I think, at least for us, I feel like I waited so long for the first one, and they hit us with so many things going on in episode 5 that episode 6 was almost like, okay, we're going to dial it down a little bit, and now we're going to really dive into the story. We hit you with the fireworks early on in episode 5 as kind of like a welcome back sort of thing, and now I just feel like they really got into the story. We got into everything that's going on with Mark and his arc as, accepting being a superhero. And I mean, obviously you guys watched it, you know all the separate storylines that he got going on, so I don't have to go over it, but they really dug into everything and progressed the story. We got to see Alan, and I'm really wondering how that's gonna play out. I want to see where his strength is truly at, because he was basically treating Immortal as if he was nothing more than just kind of a pest. Like, come on, what are you doing? Like, lay off the sugar. What's wrong with you? Caffeine, you're all hyped up, Put him in the headlock, But so I'm interested to see where his power level's at, and I'm curious to see how the rest of our crew's going to get back together. Cecil seems very out of character understanding with Eve, which he doesn't act that way around Mark. With Mark, it's like, hey, you got to do this. You're doing it now. I'm going to tell you what's going on. Your little brother, don't worry about that. We'll take care of him. You have to go do this. He takes an incredibly different approach with Eve, and I'm wondering if there's something else there, or if they're going to dive more into that, or if it's just because of where Eve is at with her story. So I find that really interesting. And as we saw in the end, we finally got my answer to, hey, what's going on with the different dimensions or the multiverse, whatever you want to call it. And we saw our guy from the first one. I was jokingly saying I wish they would have gave him a hood, because if he goes in a normal world, he's gonna stand out a little bit, but I'm sure we'll deal with that when we get to it. So again, another fantastic episode. I just can't put over enough how they're able to do multiple storylines on this show and give you just enough of each one. They're not overly complicated, so you're not sitting there, oh, what was going on with that guy? I don't remember. Who's this? Who's that? What are they doing? It's so well done. I don't know if I've seen another show handle multiple storylines as good as this. Maybe The Boys, and it makes sense, right? Kirkman's associated with both of them, so
Seth Rogen,
and Seth. So again, it just a banger of an episode. They really got me with the story on this one.
Well, you mentioned that with Cecil and Adam Eve, or with Eve, and then also though he was the same way though with Immortal, like saying, "Hey, it's time for you to take a vacation." I mean, that I think was more his head's not in the game.
Yeah, he knows.
But there's times though too with Mark that it's not like exactly his head's in the game, and he still sends him in
pushing
too.
him.
But I guess what they showed Immortal, where he was shedding a tear and like. He said, I've loved many in the past and watched them pass away, but I think it's because he probably got to grow old with them and experience a whole life with them, and he was just starting to experience that with Kate. So that's a whole. So we got to see that like relationship, and then you got the like. The old school like rom-com where they're each talking to someone, the boyfriend and girlfriend, they're going to seek someone for advice, and how they're actually talking the same about the other person. And I thought that was pretty well done because, I mean, we've seen that in, how many, rom-coms and stuff like that throughout the years. So it was interesting seeing it in here and how like they even said the same thing that we've always heard. How come you're sitting here talking to me when you should be talking to them? But then also you pointed out, well, it was funny how Alan pointed it out with the sock on the doorknob, but just they were in there for hours, according to William, and never was there a chance that Amber came and saw the sock that we know of.
Yeah, maybe
the next episode, maybe something happened there, but otherwise nothing was said because obviously
I don't think she knows he was back.
It could be that, but
remember she was going to put "I miss you,"
right?
But
and she's at a party, and we don't know,
distance.
and we don't know where that party was. It's not like that party could have been on campus, could have been off.
And I would have a hard time thinking Amber would think that Mark just like hooked up with some random girl out of the blue.
Yeah, that's also true, but I mean, you never know.
You never know,
because that's always something. It's always something crazy that just happens that has to throw you off for a relationship in TV shows and movies, and then. Just how Donald then they brought back William's essentially boyfriend. Were they dating or were they were just starting to have get together when he was off? I can't remember exactly if they were officially an item or not. But we saw him back and like I was with you. I was waiting for him to possibly just snap because it just looked like every time he was seeing things, it was triggering, memories. And like he said, he saw a scalpel and something like that. Well, because we saw with Donald is they had his brain, but there was his, the exoskeleton and stuff. So that's exactly what he could have been. His brain could have been there and seeing that exact same thing as Donald. And we saw Donald was uneasy when he dropped him off as well. Yeah. So this didn't have that much action, but it was a real good amount of information and storytelling that was needed because there was so much action. They did do a good job of telling story in the last episode, but this kept pushing everything forward, and now we're reading the books which possibly have the secrets. There's a ray gun that they gotta go get. It's just really so much fun watching the show. I really love it so far.
We got a squid.
Yeah, and a squid is still in freaking Russ Livingston. Like, seriously, how did it... Go on.
Yeah, no, they definitely pulled back the pace a little bit for this episode. But as Mason Quinn had said, kind of the first one back, it's like, okay, we're going to come out of the gates real, real hot, and they did. But what I will say is even though they pulled back the pace as far as the action, the quality and the depth of the story was still there. It didn't you could look at it as a slower pace, but it didn't feel like a filler episode.
No, it was a Fallout episode. Yeah. So they had the action in one, and then this one was the Fallout.
So they did a phenomenal job with this. I absolutely love. And I think it's such a cool idea. So, again, we've said it multiple times on this show. Big shout out to the writers. What a cool thing to say that Omni-Man was writing these books. They, Art Sahey, they never did very well as these kind of super out there science fiction books. But it was really just his way of, telling his story and telling his tale. Look, whether it was something where writing the books was just something that was, kind of therapeutic for him with all the craziness that was going on in his life, or if it was really meant to be a guide for his son as he got older if anything ever happened to him, because remember, those were his last words: read the books.
Yep.
So you wonder if this was very purposeful. Every time he went somewhere, he wrote a book to kind of lay the groundwork for his son. But it's so hard to say. But again, so many different storylines going on, so interesting. I was glad to see that a couple of our heroes survived what we thought was going to be the end of them, so that was pretty cool. Our guy with the big brain made an appearance at the end. So I know we've only got 2 episodes left, but wow, I feel like there's not enough time for the storytelling. But you've as a fan, of a show that's this high quality, you become so trusting of the writers to deliver a quality product. So I'm curious to how the next 2 episodes are going to go, but at the same time, I'm very optimistic.
They could each be an hour and a half, and I still feel like
Easy,
we're kind of shortchanged.
Easy.
You know?
I think they could probably run 8 movies here and have them all be 90 minutes or 105 or whatever. But this is another great episode.
Yeah, I'm looking at the star ratings here, and episode 7 is a 9er. So I'm assuming big stuff might be coming in that episode. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, this one, I think they all pretty much nailed it. I consider this it's not the technical term, but Fallout episode from the previous episode of episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to see that pretty much Rex is back on the up. Ray,
he's different though.
He's humbled a little bit and has a new perspective on life. So it was great to see that character transformation, basically. So it's like we got a new version of Rex now. So that's actually pretty cool. Ray, still alive, but they showed her in really rough shape. So hopefully she makes a recovery. Cecil sending the babysitter or the nanny. That nanny sold me. I don't know about you or you out there, but that nanny sold me. Now, whether she's lying or not, time will tell. You probably already know, but the way she was coming off and delivering to Deb to build that trust was like, she's a salesman.
Yeah,
like,
and
all
what
the
would
way.
she have to gain from lying?
Who knows? I mean, she could be just a great pro that Cecil needs to get that trust built, and then they do what they need to do. Who knows? Or we don't know. Again, you probably do. So I thought that was great because, like I said, sold me. Now, Alan coming into play. That was kind of cool to see Immortal lose his shit a little bit and want to go out there and take care of it because he's in a precarious spot now with the loss of Kate, which he's taking really hard. But we've seen a couple times now of them saying that, Invincible saying I'm faster, stronger. I wonder if that's kind of got brought up here a little bit. So I'm wondering if that's going to be a theme now moving forward for Immortal. I mean, he's still very powerful in my eyes, but can he take on a battle beast? I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Because Omni-Man whooped his ass a couple times and, took him out. So maybe not. Also with the Amber story, I find that now really intriguing because they are like really teasing at early in the episode that, they might be done. But they're still there. They're still holding on for the relationship and trying to fight for it. And I get it for Amber. She wants a normal relationship, normal life.
Yeah.
Mark wants to be, they want to be together. It's just they have no time. And as we saw now in last episode, in this episode, anytime Mark gets a second free, he's getting pulled in a new direction. He can't even take care of little bruh. He can't spend time with Amber. It's them, him going from one fire to the next, and he's trying hard. But every time he gets that one step closer, it's like 2-3 steps getting pulled back, which I find just fantastic storytelling for this. Now, what is Alan going to do with those books? Again, all you comic readers probably know, or maybe if this is not in the comic book, let me know. But I'm really intrigued to see how they're going to progress now because that laser seems like a pretty obvious thing.
Laser.
Where are they going to find that? Do they have that? And then, of course, the end credit, well, it wasn't an end credit, but Nolan.
Teaser.
Yeah, Nolan there just keeping mouth shut, just taking whatever beating he's getting. And I'm finding that pretty intriguing too. But yeah, like you just did, we saw him, he still has his strength. So he's holding back, which I find interesting. So can't wait to see how that turns out. And then
I'm wondering if he's picking his time to do something because they said that they want to go attack the planet possibly. So maybe that's when Mark's like, all right, and then he busts out. That's just a theory.
Well, if you get that ray gun and you get about 2,000 of those dinosaur-looking red creatures that were working over Alan on that, or not Alan, working over Nolan on that planet, maybe they could help you out.
Well, and I know I mentioned in season 1, I'm like, no way are they going to give us a redemption arc for Omni-Man, right? Here we are. They are.
They're trying.
I think some of you laughed in the comments at me, like, just, aha, he says, redemption arc, ha ha. But I know you know. But either way, again, I really enjoyed this episode because now it's setting the table for what's coming in 7 and the final episode for the season. So,
yeah, I mean,
very solid storytelling.
Yes, let's say you mentioned the redemption arc with Nolan, and I think if you were somebody who was going to watch this show, say 4 years from now, when it's all done and finished, and if you watch the episodes really quickly, I think you'd have a hard time giving Nolan any kind of redemption. You'd be like, this guy's an asshole. I don't care what happens, because you're seeing them so quickly. I think when they draw it out and they space out the time in between seasons, I don't want to say you forget, but you become focused on the story at hand. You don't necessarily so much remember what happened before. At least that's how it is for me anyway.
Well, and I would just wanted to touch on real quick because you mentioned Rex, and how about him actually coming through in the clutch?
I know. I thought he was done.
We all thought he was done. I did not think he was Dunzo's because I said it was a side.
Full confidence.
But I just, just a little bit of the side.
It was the oblique for the answer.
Just a scratch. Yeah, it was like the oblique.
Oh, maybe he's right. Quit that answer's brain.
Because there's no way we can lose Rex. So that's why but I am still surprised we did lose Kate, just because I thought there was some way that they could possibly bring her back.
It does seem like with Rex, because he's such an entertaining character, it does almost feel like he has a bit of plot armor, I think. But in this show, I doubt it, but you never know.
Hard to say.
Hard to say with this show, and which is great because, again, as the four of us don't know anything about the comic.
Yeah.
It's just great to take the ride and see what they're going to present us. But I am glad to see that we know we can lose superheroes like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that opener.
And when are we going to see Battle Beast again? I mean, got a little taste of him and then no more.
You never know. You never know. Mr. Brain there could maybe call for him and bring him in.
Well, I don't know, but no spoilers, by the way, folks,
zero.
if you know anything.
Zero. All right, so we've got 2 more to go. We cannot wait. So for Diamond Dave Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. Catch you on the next one, pals.